Oh, come on, you stupid... Oh, my God! No! No, stop! No! Stop! Oh, no!
Well, you made a mess, haven't you?
Where did you come from?
Ellie, you're old enough to know that. All right, you want the boring explanation? I was let in by a young man on his way out. He was carrying a violin case.
That'd be Tim. He's a music student.
It's very scruffy.
Well, he hasn't got much money.
I bet his violin's scruffy, too.
He's poor, all right. People who rent my rooms are poor. If they had any money, they wouldn't live here.
Very touchy.
No.
Do you know what I do when I'm in a bad mood?
Not really interested.
All right, I'll tell someone else.
Why don't you tell Harry? I assume you came to see him.
All right, I will.
What are you doing?
I'm helping.
You're not helping. You're making it worse. You're making more foam.
No, that doesn't seem to be working either.
Leave it. Just leave it.
You need to get your washing machine fixed.
Yes, I know I need to get my washing machine fixed.
You always like this on wash days?
No. Sometimes I sing and dance. Sometimes I get almost hysterical with joy on wash days.
I only ask.
What other fun days would you like to know about? Would you like to know about cleaning the rotten house days? Or would you like to know about cleaning the lodgers' rooms days? Or what about the washing and the ironing days? Or would you like to know about the days when I feel less important than that mess on the floor there?
Would you like to punch me?
What?
Well, if punching someone would help, go ahead. But I must warn you, if I end up in that mess on the floor, it will not be a pretty sight.
Don't listen to me.
Somebody should.
No. I get by. Usually I get by. I'm luckier than a lot of people. I've got a great little boy. I've got nice people living in my house. Sometimes, Peter, just getting by seems like an endless flat plain. I'd like to be on top of a mountain now and again.
I know what you mean. I not only know what you mean, I know the answer.
Do you really?
You need a man.
A man?
Yes.
God, that's simplification raised to an art form.
Well, I thought it was a rather astute observation.
Yeah, well, you would.
Oh, I haven't told you what I do when I get angry.
Oh, you're going to.
Yes. I let the sink overflow, and I spill lots of soap flakes on the floor, and I make a terrible mess.
Damn and blast.
What are you profaning about?
I've lost my reading glasses.
Oh, where'd you put them?
Oh, that's an intelligent question, isn't it?
They're on top of your head, you fool.
Why didn't you say so?
Well, I didn't see them till I got close to you.
Perhaps you need glasses as well.
Oh, very droll, very witty. From someone daft enough to break his arm falling off a book.
I was reaching for a book.
You were standing on a book to do the reaching. Therefore, you broke your arm falling off a book, in my book.
What?
Are you deaf as well?
No, I'm not. I'll thank you not to barge into my room.
I knocked. You didn't hear. Well, that's the pleasantries over.
You could ask me how I am.
I'm not sure you didn't do it on purpose.
What?
Attention-seeking of the worst kind, and an opportunity to be mollycoddled by Ellie.
That's the bit you don't like, isn't it?
She didn't mollycoddle me when I hurt my arm playing football.
Yours was only a sprain.
Oh, talk about one-upmanship.
She buttons my pyjamas for me.
All right, let's talk about something else.
You, presumably.
No, Ellie. She's fed up.
She doesn't have that wonderful a life.
No, I know. She needs a man.
You can't just go out to a shop and buy one, you know.
Well, we just have to scout around.
Oh, don't be ridiculous.
Well, it's better than sitting here talking about your arm, or your short-sightedness, or your deafness.
What? a brilliant idea. Let's find a bar with plenty of men in it.
Well, the theory was right.
Finding a gay bar wasn't.
I didn't know it was a gay bar.
Very embarrassed.
Don't complain to me. I think I'm engaged. This is better. Lunchtime, you see. Lots of business types in for a sly drink.
I mistrust men who drink at lunchtime. Well, businessmen who drink at lunchtime.
Stop making difficulties. We know what we're looking for. Someone who's Ellie's type.
Well, how do we tell? Just by looking.
Well, it's a start. Now look.
He's a good-looking chap.
Well. No, vain.
How do you know?
He's not sitting near that mirror by accident.
What about the fellow he's with?
No, he's not Ellie's type. He's got no sense of humour.
You can't even hear what he's saying.
You don't have to. Look at the tie he's wearing. No one with a tie like that could have a sense of humour. Well, that's more like it. On his own. Self-contained.
Is his tie all right?
Yes. Reading a book. Shows he's got some intellect.
Could be reading a fairy story for all you know.
Don't make difficulties. He's the best so far.
Could be a sister.
That's him off the list.
Look here, this is silly. I mean, even supposing we do spot somebody we think might be Ellie's type, what do we actually do about it?
Ah.
You haven't got that far, have you?
Yes, I had.
What then?
Well, we get chatting to him. If he still seems suitable, we say, look here. How would you like to meet a really lovely girl?
There's a name for men who do that sort of thing.
Well, invite him back to Ellie's for a cup of tea, then.
Just walk in with a complete stranger.
That's what you did when you first took me there.
You're an old man.
What's that got to do with it?
But if a young woman's introduced to an old man, she doesn't care how she looks.
Well, we phone ahead and say, Ellie, tidy yourself up a bit. We're bringing a young man home with us.
Who is this young man? We haven't got a young man.
Oh, you're being very obstructive.
Practical.
Same thing.
I'm right, though. This is a waste of time.
All right. We wouldn't have this problem if I was 10 years younger. No. 12.
Betty, I've been thinking. There's a new chap joined the company.
He's not after your job, is he?
No, nothing like that. He's quite junior. His name's David. Nice chap. Comes from Nottingham. The thing is, he hasn't made any friends down here yet, and I thought it might be nice if we invited him over to dinner one evening.
Yes, if you like. Does he have someone he can bring with him?
No, that's it, you see. As I said, he hasn't made any friends yet, and he's not married.
Nice chap, you say?
Yes. I wondered if we could find him, a partner for the evening.
I don't know any single girls these days. There's Anne, but since the breakdown.
Yes. She's not a very relaxing sort of person, is she?
What about your new secretary?
She's 52.
Oh.
Your worries are over. I know just the girl. Ellie.
Now, that's a good idea. Why didn't I think of that?
Because you're not as clever as I am. She's perfect. She's young.
Attractive?
Good company.
Oh, very. As you said, Dad, you meet Ellie and you're friends. I've never met a girl who... I mean, she'd do.
If you're really stuck.
It's a bad idea.
No, I think it's an excellent idea.
Do you?
Why?
Because I've never met a perfect woman before.
I never said she was perfect.
Not in so many words, no.
Now, don't go tight around the mouth, Betty. He's only met her once.
Which makes his raving about her even more remarkable.
Brian is not raving. Brian is not a raving sort of person.
Not as a rule, no.
Look here, I don't like being discussed.
Well, be quiet then. And Betty, if this is just an excuse to examine Ellie like something on a laboratory slide, forget it.
Oh, I want to meet her, Dad, I really do. I just hope she doesn't prove too much for this poor, shy David.
Oh, she won't be. I mean, she's got such a sympathetic nature that...
Good. That's settled then.
You're assuming Ellie will come?
It's an invitation. What else would a perfect woman do but accept an invitation? I tell you, it's a miracle. It's a gift from the gods.
Which particular gods do you believe in?
If they cheer Ellie up, any of them. Hello, Ellie.
Hello, Trouble. Listen, sorry I was such a misery the other day.
That's all right. You may find it hard to believe, but I'm a misery sometimes.
I don't find that hard to believe at all.
I wasn't talking to you.
Sit down, I'll make some tea.
I've got a lovely surprise for you. Betty wants you to come to our house for dinner tomorrow night.
Why?
Why?
Well, why should she invite me to dinner?
Well, there's this new chap at Brian's office. He's on his own and he's a bit shy.
You're back on it. Ellie needs a man.
I'm not.
He's not. Peter just thought it would make a nice evening out for you.
Oh, and you're getting to be as big a liar as he is.
I resent that.
So do I. He's not in my class. But this isn't a lie, honestly, Ellie.
I mean, you hardly ever go out, do you? I'd look after Neil.
And this isn't some sort of silly notion of matchmaking.
Simplification raised to an art form, you said. You seriously think I'd fix you up after that? I mean, what do you think I was doing yesterday? Sitting in the wine bar trying to find a suitable candidate?
Yeah, of course not. Nobody'd be that stupid.
No, quite.
So what about this shy, lonely man who just appeared from nowhere?
Now, look, I couldn't possibly have fixed that up. I mean, I know I do have certain powers of persuasion, but not even I could persuade this David, who I've never met, or Brian, and certainly not Betty, to take collusion that far.
No, I suppose not. It would be nice to get out.
I'm sure you like David.
I thought you said you'd never met him.
It's just a feeling. I bet the first time you look into each other's eyes.
Why not let Ellie make up her own mind?
I haven't said I'm going.
But you will?
I would like to meet Betty.
That's exactly what she said about you.
Did she?
Wear something split to the thigh. Knock her eyes out.
I don't think so.
Put your hair up. I like you with your hair up.
Or something low cut. Well, not too low.
Wear that red dress. I like you in that dress.
And will you two be doing my makeup?
We're just trying to be helpful.
And optimistic.
And why not?
Oh, well, as you say, why not?
Will you stop doing that?
Shouldn't there be flowers on the table?
I shall put the flowers on later.
Do you like me to do that?
No, thank you.
You got it wrong. You've only laid 4 places.
I know. Me, Brian, David and Ellie.
What about me?
Dad, it's a dinner party.
Well, a dinner party's exclusively for the young.
When they're for the young, yes. But this is for David, to get to know people.
But not me.
Look, Dad, Ellie was your idea. Just supposing she and David were to hit it off. The last thing we need is you sitting at the table being funny.
I see.
Well, I'm right, aren't I?
In a boring sort of a way. Yes. Mind you, I shall get pretty hungry.
Well, I'm going to cook you something. I thought you might like to eat in your room.
Oh, no. Eating in my room could become a way of life. I'm not ready for that. Tell you what, I could eat in the garden and smile at everyone through the window. Very well. I like Ellie, and I want this David to like Ellie. I'll eat out.
Now, where?
With Harry. He can't go out 'cause he's babysitting for Ellie. She's bound to have left him something for his supper. She'd like that.
So you'll be off then?
As soon as I said hello to this David. Just want to have a look at him.
5 minutes, all right? 5 minutes. Oh, Dad!
Ellie, your taxi's here.
Where's Mum going?
To have dinner with some very nice people.
Why?
Well, grown-ups like that sort of thing.
Is that how people get married?
Well, no, not exactly.
I didn't order a taxi. I was going to get the bus.
That's why I ordered a taxi. It's paid for.
Thank you.
Well, Neil, doesn't your mum look like a fairy princess?
I'm going to marry her when I grow up.
And I will wait for you. See you in the morning.
You look very pretty.
I feel nervous. Isn't that silly?
In your case, yes.
Thanks for the taxi.
I'll expect steak for the rest of the week. Well, Neil, 10 minutes to your bedtime.
Will you read to me?
Of course I will.
You won't fall asleep like last time, will you?
He doesn't say much, does he?
I told you he was shy.
Has he got a glass eye?
Why on earth should you think that?
Only one eye seems to move.
And then Brian got promoted. That was about 3 years ago.
Well, as I said, it's very kind of you and Brian to invite me here. Because,
Dad, what's the matter?
Nothing. Probably just a trick of the light. Why aren't you married, then?
Dad!
It's all right. It's a fair question. I suppose I've never met a girl I really wanted to settle down with.
You're not a playboy, are you?
Here we are.
Cheers,
David's very fond of music.
I like music, yes.
What sort of music?
I prefer classical.
You're not a classical snob, are you?
Dad!
Look, stop saying Dad like that all the time. David and I are just chatting.
I must say you seem very curious. Perhaps I should have brought my CV along, saved some of these questions.
I like that. Good answer. Mind your own business, but put nicely. Show spirit. It was a trick of the light. Oh, that'll be early.
I'll go.
You'll be going soon, won't Dad?
Yes, as soon as I said hello.
Betty, this is Ellie. Doesn't she look pretty?
Yes, very. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Ellie? This is David.
How'd you do?
Hello.
David's a great music lover.
Well, I like music, yes.
I like jazz.
He's mad about that. Isn't that a coincidence?
Well, now, let me get you a drink.
Yeah, just a small one for me.
Dad?
On second thoughts, I do have a previous engagement. Good night, all. That was a very nice supper.
Thank you for allowing me to share it with you.
Well, I've done the washing up. What more do you want? There. That's it. They should be home soon.
It's only 10:30.
Betty doesn't keep late hours. She doesn't trust late hours.
What are you doing?
Haven't you ever heard of romantic lighting?
He may not bring her home.
He'd be a fool if he doesn't. There. That's the best I can do. Why doesn't she have a living room?
She sleeps in it. This house doesn't have infinite bedrooms.
Well, if it did, I'd be in one of them.
This isn't a magic house, you know.
No, but it's alive. Listen.
Yeah, that's Tim. He's very poor.
Oh, it sounds quite good.
I mean, he doesn't have much money.
Well, I wasn't thinking of paying him. Listen.
I am.
No, not to him, outside. The car's just driven up.
He did bring her home.
They're just sitting there.
We shouldn't be peeping like this.
Of course we should. He's leaning over.
Can't see what's he doing.
Adjusting the heater. Hello. He's putting his arm along the back of her seat.
This is wireism.
It's a waste of time. He's taking it away again. Quick, they're coming in. Upstairs. Come on, have you never heard of discretion? Run! I wish he'd shut up.
I thought you liked the violin.
Not when I can't hear what's going on downstairs.
What do you imagine you're going to hear?
I don't know till he stops that row. Who says prayers aren't answered?
I still say we're wasting our time.
Shut up. Listen. Did you hear anything?
Only my clock ticking. Expect they're chatting.
I wish I was invisible. I could creep down and lace his coffee.
I mean, what are you expecting of the man?
I'd like the man to show he's got some red blood in his veins. I'd like to hear the sound of Ellie slapping his face.
You're rushing things a bit.
Shh. Clinking. Glasses clinking. They're having a brandy.
Or a glass of water.
Oh, you killjoy.
Oh, come on, Peter. I mean, I want as much, really, as you do. I'd like a good, kind man to walk into her life. What are the chances of this being it?
Better than none.
Yes, all right.
So let's hang on to it.
There's the front door.
Perhaps he's gone to get something from the car. Perhaps he's an optimist like me. Well, perhaps he keeps a spare toothbrush in the glove compartment.
Going home.
Fool!
I've had enough matchmaking for one day.
Look, perhaps we should...
Perhaps we should mind our own business.
Oh, very well. For a bit, anyway. See you tomorrow, then?
Yes, see you tomorrow.
Usual time?
Yep.
Do you read in bed?
Usually why?
Just wondered if you knew where your reading glasses were. I just popped in to say goodnight.
Would you like a glass of wine?
I shouldn't really. I'm walking. Do you have a pleasant evening?
Yeah, I did. I like Brian. And your daughter's very
You're searching for a word.
polite.
Polite? How'd you get on with David?
He's a gentleman. Nice man.
Did he bring you home?
You know very well he did. I saw the curtains twitching as we pulled up.
He didn't stay long.
No.
Not long at all. You're not much too old for this.
I saw the look in his eyes the minute he saw it. I've seen that look before. I'm fine as far as it goes, but I'm not meant to come with a ready-made child. We were talking about going dancing on Saturday until he saw that bear.
Do you like to dance?
Yeah, I do.
Wait there.
I was in bed.
Well, so what? Do you need the money or not?
Yes, I need the money.
Then stop arguing. Go on. There.
What are you doing?
You said you like to dance?
Well, yes, I know, but...
You shall dance. Play gypsy? Don't take me literally. A waltz. A slow waltz.
Peter, this is all very silly.
No, it isn't. There'll be lots of other nights for you, Ellie. Other men. One of whom will be halfway worthy of you. But just for tonight, I'm all there